The sound
sometimes.
is not good.
Yeah, it's kind of quiet. It's not so.
Is that louder?
Well, I don't know whether you're speaking louder or you turned the volume up, but it was louder.
Yeah, but I turned the volume up, and then it's so loud in my ears I can't even.
Oh, there should be two volume controls. One for input, which is
one for output,
and one for output. So if you crank up, we want you to crank up your input.
Hold on, let me see. Headphones, sound setting. All right, headphone Corsair lead. So you want me to crank up what part of it?
Yep, you're actually sounding much better right now.
Really?
Yep, than you were earlier.
Just because I launched the sound.
Could be, or sometimes the Discord can be a little pokey. I'm not sure.
Okay.
All I know is I've got his volume.
Go. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the loudest it will go.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
But I got to turn it all the way down, and then every time you don't hear what I say right, I just say you misunderstood me, and then we have to redo it all.
Yeah, gaslighting. I think that's what you're talking about.
That's a kind of accurate word.
Yeah. So, well, I don't. The one thing that I thought was so. I had mentioned to Albert this rule here that's in there about the slopes not blocking line of sight because they're so gentle. So I just thought I would reiterate that. And when I talked to Jim last week, he says, "Oh yeah, that's correct." It was the same thing at when we played the Wagram game. The slopes were not very steep; they were just very like little bumps. So
every time you do artillery fire, they raise up and absorb all the artillery.
Yes, exactly. Nice. That's it. Well, you don't need any extra bonus stuff. Just look at the Austrian artillery. It can hardly shoot its way out of a paper bag compared to the French.
Right.
So look at Napoleon. I didn't see this. Napoleon has entered the battle, and next to the Grainer or whatever it is.
Yeah. Napoleon,
or the church.
Napoleon
and he's
came
trying
over there.
Is he going to storm the church?
He just might do that.
So this is one of those interesting things, and I did bring this to Jim's attention when I saw him last week. Was nowhere in the victory conditions does the death of Napoleon factor in. So
he could just die and it won't matter.
We could blow him out of his saddle, and we would just have to rename the Napoleonic Wars the Bernadotte Wars, or whoever becomes the
Berthier
Wars.
Berthier.
Whoever takes over, Napoleon.
Who knows? Next man up.
Next man up, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Moreau's already gone. So that the ones that were kind of jockeying for power there in 1800, there were a lot more people that were potential rivals.
They might all just head Fontainebleau and have a gun battle and.
Well, what I think they should do, it should be just like what happened when Alexander died. They divide up Europe among them, and you have a whole section that's it's.
Well, I want Egypt, whatever the part of Europe Egypt is.
You've got the Ptolemies there, yes. So
Ptolemies of France.
and then what will happen is you'll be racing around to see who can get Napoleon's body, and try to have it buried in their mausoleum, and just like poor Alexander the Great's body getting drug all over the place.
I like that. And then the universal language of all of Europe will become French.
There you go. There you go. It makes sense. Why not? All right, gentlemen. It is the 420 turn, I believe. Yes. No, 440 turn. 440 turn. So the French do not have any additional reinforcements this turn. I think they get stuff at 520 and then 540. So there's no reinforcements coming in for either of us. I think the Austrians get something at 5 o'clock and 520. So no reinforcements. It's just what you see is what you get.
Last game you took out 2 generals, didn't you? Or 1 marshal and a general, didn't you?
Yes, they got wounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
you killed.
They made the mistake of going into the granary, or the church, I should say.
Yeah, no, you killed Odenau.
Yep.
Yeah.
So. All right, so it is the French turn. So.
Dave, you want to meet in the French headquarters?
I guess so.
All righty.
Okay.
See you down there.
It's 6:30.
We'll be back in 2 hours.
No, not 2 hours. No 2-hour council of war, gentlemen.
Okay.
So, all right.
All right. Since Eric, I'm going to take a bio break. I'll be right back.
Okay, that sounds like a good deal. All right, dear viewers, all 40 or 50 of you that watch this in a given week, welcome to the beautiful Battle of Aspern-Essling. We are here playing this on Vassal, and myself and my colleagues are spread all over the greater parts of the United States. So I'm here in beautiful Southern California, and my friend Robert is in San Diego, Albert's in Dallas, and then our friend David is out in North Carolina, I think. So this is what's nice about Vassal. It allows you to play a game as if you were sitting around the table, even when you can't do that, and it's all done virtually. We are using as our mode of communication a software called Discord, which is very helpful and handy, and we are using the Bataille game series Discord server, which is free and open to anybody who likes playing Bataille games. So if that's something that you'd like to do, if you want an invite to the Discord server, we've got, I don't know, probably nearly 100 Bataille players from all around the world who are members of the Discord channel there, and they can find each other and play games, or if they're looking for a play partner, etc. So if you're interested in that, just make a note in the comment section and I'll send you an invite to the Discord server. Now, let's take a look at the battle here at 4:40 in the afternoon. Here's the situation. The French have this bridgehead down in the southern part of the map. This is the Danube River here and the various islands in the Danube. Vienna is just southwest of where this battlefield is, and so Napoleon has occupied this and is making his way across the Danube to attack the Austrians. And what happens is he is coming across, he's got this bridgehead, but then the Austrians come and attack him with a lot. And the bridge system that he has is very tenuous, and the Austrians are floating all kinds of debris and things like that down the river to knock out the bridges. And that's then leading to difficulties reinforcing this bridgehead. So this particular battle is often referred to as Napoleon's first defeat. It's certainly the first time that he does not have things go as well as he might like. So here's some French coming across the bridge. It's going to take them a while to march up to support their colleagues. A large group of mixed light and heavy cavalry here for the French across the center, kind of between Essling, which is on the eastern side of the map, and Aspern, which is on the western side of the map. The action kind of got started here at Aspern. The Austrians had the division avant-garde close by, so that's where the attacks took place, and they've got reinforcements coming in from the western part of the map. Meanwhile, here the Austrians have a considerable number of heavy and light cavalry, more or less on par with the French at this point. And then coming down from the north as quickly as it can are additional Austrian infantry and artillery units. So situation right now is where Aspern is feeling a fair amount of pressure from Austrian attacks, and soon Essling and other parts will be feeling the pressure from additional Austrian attacks. There'll be more Austrian reinforcements coming in at the 5 o'clock turn way up here in the north at Rasdorf, and probably taking the road down south towards Essling, and then there'll be a final division or column of Austrians coming here and far to the east and moving their way towards Essling. The battle itself, I think this scenario goes until, about 10 o'clock at night. So this took place in May of this particular scenario. We're playing is scenario 1, so it's May the 21st of 1809. And so we start to get dusk, twilight, probably starting around the 9:20, 9:40 turn. And then the battle's over by 10. So that's the situation here. If you were just tuning in and you wanted a recap, that's what's going on. Albert, have you returned?
I'm returned. I'm back.
Okay. Cool. Well, I was just doing a little monologue on what's going on.
All right. I heard some of it.
There you go.
I'm started to play Grossbeeren with John Minich.
Oh, yeah. How are you guys liking that?
Well, we're kind of sorting it out. I played it, but I don't. We're kind of doing this. It's the setup, the way the scenario rules are kind of written. It's hard. It's kind of hard to. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what's going on.
Right.
So I don't know. It's not like here's the. They give you the set. They give you the reinforcements, not necessarily in chronological order. It's kind of like you have to figure out what the chronology is.
Yeah, and a lot of times they will list the units, the different regiments that are part of the division, and then you'll have two of them that are coming in at, say, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But then, some others are coming in at other times. But the listing that they have is not, as you say, it's not in chronological order. It's maybe in regimental order. It's in some other.
It's in the order of battle order.
Yeah,
basically what it.
Yeah. So what I normally do is I will print out a copy of the scenario rules, and then I'll just kind of go along with a highlighter and say, okay, these guys are coming here. They're all highlighted in orange, and these guys are highlighted in pink, and these guys are highlighted in yellow, kind of a thing. So you kind of know, okay, this block of stuff shows up here or there. But yeah, the Grossbeeren scenario, I really enjoyed it. I thought that was one of the more balanced of all of them because
I think that may be one of the more balanced games in the entire system, maybe.
Yeah, because
that was the experience I had with Mark. We didn't finish it, but it was tense,
Yeah, and I think that, because a lot of the others, it's a little lopsided in that, the Prussians have got 5,000 cavalry and the French have got 2, and so you get these weird disparities with stuff. The Blankenfeld scenario can be if things go well for the French, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that they'll win that one. But when Jim and I first played it, he rolled badly for the reinforcements arriving, and they were all delayed, and so that set back his timetable. And so I was able to basically hold him back from Blankenfeld. He finally got some stuff through towards the center, but
Well, is there a scenario where you just play Grossbeeren and
yeah.
don't play Blankenfeld?
Yep. So they have
Okay.
they do have a scenario where it's just that side of the map. It's just
Okay.
It's just Grossbeeren, and then you have one that's just Blankenfeld. So
Okay.
when Jim and I tested it, I think we probably played Blankenfeld about 3 times, working out the kinks with that one, and then we played Grossbeeren at least twice.
Yeah.
Um,
Robert had to take a phone call, so might be a couple extra minutes here. So.
oh, no worries.
Okay.
Right.
But yeah, we played the Grossbeeren scenario at least 2 or 3 times before you guys doing it at Consim to kind of work out some of the issues with that.
Yeah.
And then the map
Okay.
changed a little bit too. So, this is the I'll have a map, and it's the one that we did for the play testing, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'll see what Monty's got at the conference. And I'm like, well, where'd those trees come from? What's going on? Kind of a thing. And then,
Yes.
and then whatever their final product is can be different from that too. And I'm just like, okay. So they make little adjustments here and there with stuff. And I know that was certainly the case with Denowitz, because the general flow of that, there were times it was just like, okay, the way the victory conditions are, there's no incentive for the players to kind of do what they're historically they should be doing. And so therefore we're getting some odd, we're not getting kind of the result we should have. So there were some adjustments made to those scenarios to give it a little bit more of that sort of push and pull of the battle. But yeah, it's not, it's more challenging than you would think, putting together the scenarios. So
Data analysis shows too many variables.
let's see if Mr. Bond.
She's going nuts tonight. She's going really.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. A Chinese Fraulein, and kind of the Chinese. It sounds like she's a pretty stern taskmaster with her voice. Too many variables. She really gets pissed off about that.
this is my handy dandy cell phone.
7. Okay. Well, are you guys, David? Are you ready to launch charges? Or is Rob in charge of the charges? Is David there? Oops. I don't hear anybody.
He's back in French HQ.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah. So
Well, I'm making big progress on my wilderness game. I have all 4 maps, and so now I'm into I think I'm pretty much into the playtesting phase of the game.
okay, well that sounds encouraging. So the Shiloh game that you'd been working on is all done?
It's published.
Oh, okay, cool.
Everybody has it. Yeah, everybody has it already. So it's getting played. It's kind of interesting to see some of the stuff online.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, I think it's well received.
Okay, well that's good to hear.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll know more. But at late April, I'm going to Shiloh to meet with a bunch of the grognard, the old guard of the system,
Okay.
And there'll be a lot of there'll be probably some Shiloh games played there. We'll visit the battlefield and play the game.
Well, that should be cool. Yeah, my great-great-grandfather fought at Shiloh.
He did.
He did, yep. He was wounded and then discharged in Nashville. So
Oh.
we've got his discharge papers. He was with one of the Indiana cavalry.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got some of his stuff. We got some buttons. We got some of the badges and stuff like that. I've never really done a bunch of research. I probably should because you can find stuff so easily now.
So he was with the cavalry unit, huh?
Yes, he was with the Indiana Volunteer Cavalry. I think it was the maybe the second brigade, or I'm not sure what the
To
second
check it
regiment
out.
or whatever else. But my mom's got the stuff. I'll look it up. And then
Yeah, send me the
yeah.
name of the unit he was in. We'll christen it the Holgram Regiment.
Well, he wasn't a Holmgren, so the Holmgrens emigrated.
Oh,
the
okay, he
Holmgrens
was something else.
Yeah, he was a Bagunier.
Oh, gee. Okay.
Yeah,
Bagunier.
a Bagunier.
Oh, man.
So Bagunier.
I don't know if I
is-
could handle it. I think you got a better last name than that, Eric. You're in, that's a Bagunier.
Bagunier, yeah. So the Baguniers, as near as we can tell, it's like maybe a French Huguenot origin to the name. And so
We're back.
you're back. Oh, hooray.
We're here. Sorry, I had a
well-
phone call from William. I had to.
That's okay. Yeah, so John Bagunier was with the Indiana
Bagunier.
Cavalry
Indiana.
at Shiloh. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, now I never had a chance to get to Shiloh myself to visit it. When I was out there, Tegan had a fencing tournament there years ago,
Oh,
and so,
really?
but we were in Memphis, but we didn't have enough time to get to,
Oh, yeah.
to Shiloh. It was too far
This,
away.
this is a friend of
yeah.
yours, Eric. You're a lot older than we thought.
This is my great-great-grandfather was with the Union Volunteer Cavalry there, Indiana Volunteer Cavalry, wounded at Shiloh, in all likelihood. I mean, he might have been wounded somewhere, but given the dates, we suspect it was Shiloh or somewhere in the general
Interesting.
general time period of that's happening,
Yeah.
given his discharge papers.
Yeah, I have a relative that fought in the 1st Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, it is charge time. If there's going to be any charges.
Remember that for this turn and this turn only, all cavalry are doubled for the price.
Is it a blue light special? Is that how it works?
Why is that, Rob? Did you guys just not think that they could be double for the whole game?
No, we're being humble. We're being
Oh.
humble.
Oh,
You're going to start small and build up. Huh?
there you go.
Yes. In about 4 turns, they will be tripled for the only time in the game.
It sounds like when we used to play Risk. Remember, you turn in the first set of cards, you only get a little bit of reinforcements.
Yes.
Every set of cards, it kept going up geometrically, kind of a thing. So, all right. So, any charges?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. We can go to movement then. So, Mr. Bond, I can meet you, I guess, in game room 1. And then, Albert, you and David can sort
We'll probably
things
join
out.
you pretty soon.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're not moving much, so
Okay.
let's see what David has up his sleeve.
Here we go, Rob. Meet you in game room 1.
All right. Still vexed with how to win that game.
What's that?
Still vexed with how to win the game against.
Oh, that StarCraft game that we were playing the other night? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, we'll figure it out.
I don't know. Okay, so I'll start down in the south there near Ziegelwerke.
Okay.
And so I'm going to pull the Trill of yours back here.
Okay.
And there we go. And then we have this 6-7 down here. So
Rallying your troops.
bringing up the. Too bad you just can't combine everything and then just take hit markers off. These are your new friends. Get used to them. Okay, so this would be 3. And
then I think moving into the woods is 3 for infantry as well.
so that's 6. That's as far as it can go. And then, did Dave just move these guys? These guys he moved up. Or did he?
Well, these
he
guys
moved
moved and these guys moved, right? Oh, he was moving up the reinforcements.
Yeah, did he move this
Yeah,
one?
so those guys moved.
Okay, so I moved that one.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that there. All right, and then we'll move these guys here. Move these guys here. And Napoleon. Stacking is only.
Stacking, it counts during movement phase. So
Right, I'm just looking at. Village, town, it's either 1 infantry, but I can't put much in there. So they're kind of maxed out there. Those guys, we'll actually move them back. So these guys will move there. Guys are good. Those guys are good. And there's not much else we can do. Okay. That's all I can move. With Dave here, I don't have anything else to think about.
well, that's kind of good.
Things have gotten kind of short, a little shorter.
Well, I mean, at this particular stage, it's just, defending the town. So as long as you're in the town, you don't really need to move what's in the town. So, all right, let's do some defensive fire then. If you're done with your movement,
Let me double check. Let's see those guys. Yeah, I'm done.
okay, cool. All right, then let's start here with those chaps. So I've got 2.5 increments there, and those are my Jaegers who've got their rifles. So they are ×4. So 2.5 times 4 is going to be 8. That's going to be 10, and then we'll throw these guys in. So that's going to be another 12. So it's going to be 22 to 6. That's
those
going to
guys
be-
are in line?
These guys are in line, and
Oh.
these guys are skirmish.
Right.
Right,
Okay.
so-
Okay.
So we've got altogether 22 to 6, so that's going to be a 3 to 1. And we roll the dice. 34 at 3 to 1 is a hit.
Okay.
All
Next.
right. And then these guys can fire onto Napoleon. So,
Heart beating a little faster.
exactly. Let's go ahead and see what their value is.
I've been medicated, so I'm good.
They are 8. Oh, well, that's not too bad. So I've got 8, and I think your fire defense in the town is 12, minus 2 for the guns, so it's going to be 10. So I've got 8 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, here we go. Roll a 66. The opposite of that.
All the gunfire just sort of
Exactly.
hit like an imaginary wall there.
Exactly. Well, we hadn't. It's a very short group of Hungarians. They couldn't get their rifles up over the edge of the windows there in the church. All right. I've got these guys will fire there, so I'm going to have 12 to. We've got artillery. That's the same thing. 12 to 10. 1 to 1. 56. That is a hit. Good. Chip off a few more infantry right there.
Yeah, I know. More infantry going. Increase. There we go.
All right, and then we've got the same thing here. We've got 12 to 10. Okay. And that's a miss. And then here, same thing. 12 to 10. That's a hit.
That is it.
Yep, any way you slice it.
Wait, you shot at those. Oh, you
these
shot
guys
at
right here. So this guy fired there. This guy fired there. I missed that one. I hit that one.
Yeah. Don't you know you have to at least get 2 hits on French infantry to kill once?
That would be good. You could say you're. I've got some tirailleurs. Those Jaegers are as good as, well, they're probably better than my artillery at this stage.
they are good.
All right, you get to fire back. So where do you want to start?
So we shall start with these 2 guys. Let's see. So we'll start with these 2 here.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the 8-7 is.
So it's probably, what is that, 6? And the other guy's probably 6 as well.
So that's 12 to 9.
12 to 9. 1 to 1.
All right, here we go. Oh,
well,
see,
that's a miss.
1.5 to 1, but yeah.
12 to 9?
12 to 9, yeah.
How is 12 to 9 1.5 to 1?
I'll argue it's 10 to 1, so we get ahead. All right. Napoleon here is going to fire on your artillery.
You can't. Napoleon has to fire at the adjacent hex.
Really?
So, yep.
Oh,
so artillery has to fire at an adjacent enemy, even if they've got a more preferred target elsewhere.
No, that's
tactically very correct.
All right. So we got 28 to
16.
16.
So that's going to be 1.5 to 1. Shifted to 2 to 1 for canister.
With a +9 for Napoleon.
Good chance you'll get at least 1 hit. 45 plus 9 is going to be. That's going to be.
All I can get is 1 hit.
Yeah.
So they're 1/3 dead.
Okay.
All right, and then these guys, I have 2 hit markers on them.
Yeah, he's at 3 hits.
No, he's
no. You picked up. Where were you?
I'm not sure where this one came. Well, I'll just delete it.
No. Don't delete it. It's from one of my units. It's from this guy.
Well, how can I pick up units off of you?
Because when you took your guy and you moved him over here, you stacked him on top of my unit.
Yet another really poor design by that.
Well, so you don't have to actually pick up your units and move them like that, Robert. If you double click on them, it kind of spreads out the stack.
I know, but then you can't. It doesn't let you choose anything else.
It does. Yeah. You can just then choose stuff that's lower down the stack. Or you can just press the arrow key and it'll cycle the counter you want up to the top.
Okay, well, it's still a poorly designed game. So, whoops, what happened? So we'll attack these guys here. You're at 9. We have.
So you've got 28 to 9. So you're going to have 3 to 1.
1 with a plus
Shifted
6.
to 4 to 1.
4 to 1 with a plus 6.
Yep. Guaranteed at least one hit.
61.
That's going to be 2 hits.
Third hit.
Boom, boom.
So they have to make a morale check, and then
Yeah.
they're dead. They have a minus what? 6?
They will have, yep, they're half dead. They will have a minus 6. Here we go. 42 becomes a 32. I think that's good enough for them.
Oh, they're
Yep,
happy.
they're close, but not dead.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and then these guys will fire on. These guys 10 to
10 to
9.
9. Well, actually
1
10 to
to
6 because it's a bigger stack.
Oh, right.
So
So-
that's a 1.5 to 1, shifted to 2 to
1.5 to
1.
1, 2 to 1, no pluses. Oh, plus 2. Plus 2. Oh, that's 66.
2 to 1.
Stack-
That is
Stack
2
the leader
hits.
there so I can kill him.
All right.
So that's 2 hits.
Yep, that is 2 hits.
I have to make a morale check.
I do. Here we go. Oh, we roll a 66. We don't care.
Very love being there. Okay. And then these guys will attack those guys.
So you'll have 18 to 6, 3 to 1, shifted to 4 to 1 for canister.
And then he adds a plus 2. And a plus 1 for your guy.
Yeah.
So plus 3 at what?
So it's going to be 4 to 1.
With a plus 3.
So that's a hit.
That's a hit.
And a morale check since they're Austrians. Oh, that's going to be a disorder.
They're not good.
All right.
I didn't want to go
I knew that was going to happen eventually. So let's go 1, 2, 3. All right.
All right. Dave, did you want to fire from Essling?
I already did.
Oh, you already did? Okay.
Yeah.
Then the last thing I'm going to do an assault.
Okay.
I've got these 2 guys will assault these guys.
Okay. So you've got, it looks like 4 increments plus
7 and 4.
7,
11.
11, and I've got 7. So it's a 1 to 1.
There's no minuses or anything. It's just
Well, you'll have a minus
3.
because, well, one of the guys will because he took a hit, right? So you have a minus 3 on because of the odds. I have a plus 3 because of the odds. I also have a plus 3 because I'm in line. And I have a plus 1 because of Belgrade. So I got a plus 7 altogether. Here we go. 36. I pass.
Okay.
So this guy will have a minus 6.
6. Here we go.
So he passes.
These guys will have just a minus 3.
Just a minus 3. But a plus 3
And-
for their leader.
So they're even.
Yep.
Oh, they're really
there you go.
happy.
All right. So go ahead and do the numbers.
So worth 19. So what? 8 divided by. Well, I have to get the calculator.
right.
$16.6 for
How
that
much?
guy. 16.6.
Oh, I'll leave you do the math. Okay. So that one we have 16.6, and then this guy's they're 19 as well.
You're probably on the 1.5 to 1,
Plus
maybe.
10.8. 16.6 plus 10.8.
Yep. So, and I've got 16.3. So you've got 26 to 16. So that's not enough
20.
for 2 to 1. It's 1.5 to 1.
Okay. Oops. 1.5 to 1 with the plus. What is this leader worth? 2.
Plus 2, but even better, you get a plus 3 because my leader is extra incompetent.
Okay, let me go to the melee chart here. Where is the melee chart?
I emailed you guys the melee chart.
That's just the results, though. We still have to go to the regular one, right?
Oh yeah, I mean you've got the just roll the dice, Robert. I don't think that the one that's up there, the results I don't think are different per se. I know just
Right.
the melee matrix has been updated.
Okay. So 1.5 with a plus.
Plus 3.
Oh,
And 11. So that is plus 3
Good.
is going to be a blank.
Oh, I have a leader casualty.
You do have another leader casualty. So a blank is defending infantry in good order. Number 2, all attackers and defenders retreat 1 hex. There is no loss for either attacker or defender. That's what the result says. Now you'll need to roll for your leader to see what he does.
All right, 5. What's a 5?
A 5, he's captured.
He's captured?
He's captured. In melee, a 5 is the leader is captured. Remove the counter from play.
All right.
If it was a casualty from fire, roll again. But it was that. So he is... Belgrade challenged him to personal combat. And obviously came away...
And took him down.
Took him down a notch.
It was a throwdown.
Now we have to retreat 1, so...
Yes, you have to retreat 1. So...
What about the stacking, though? So they have to retreat...
So what you're going to do is... well, these guys... I mean, everyone's got to... You're going to have... What's your stacking in the garden? Because someone's going to have to go through the garden, right? 1 infantry battalion. So when you retreat, say this guy there, they'll have to make a morale check. This guy here for well, first roll for this guy, for the leader being captured. Or actually, no, you don't, because he's... Do you only make a morale check if he is killed or wounded? Yeah, so you don't need to make a morale check. If a leader is killed or wounded, the unit containing it makes a morale check. Well, he was captured, so it's honorable. So when this guy goes here,
He's breaking stacking.
he's breaking stacking, and so therefore both units will need to make a morale check. There's no modifiers, but they just
both
still
or
have...
one?
Both of them do, because they're both exceeding stacking.
Hold on, let me look that up. Oh wait, I don't have it in the rules. Because those are the premier rules from 2015. It's a little high.
We'll be back in a sec.
So it's here, it's page 10. It's under increments, section 10. If the limit provided on the stacking charts exceeded for any reason, all individual combat formations in the overstacked hex must immediately make a morale check. Failing the morale check will cause the specific unit to disorder and retreat 3 hexes away from the enemy. If following the morale check there are still more increments in the hex than permitted, the last unit in the hex are displaced back to the hex they entered from until the stacking limits no longer exceeded.
Oh, okay.
So what would happen is you'd move into this hex, and then you'd make a morale check for both units, and then this guy would move back. And then this guy moves here, they'd make a morale check, and then he'd move back.
Okay. All right. So for the unit that's retreating, I'll roll for them. Oh, they disorder.
Keep the 11s coming, Rob.
I know.
And then roll for the Baden.
They're happy. I think. Hold on. They're Baden. Barely 32. So these guys are disordered, so they'll go 1, 2, 3 here.
Yep.
Okay. And then these guys will make their morale check as they go here. 34, they're good. But now there's a disordered unit behind them, so we could have them.
No, you can have them go there.
You can go there, yeah. Just
But these
reverse
guys on the bottom have to make morale check.
Correct.
So
All right.
23.
63. Okay.
All right. Well, that just all worked out so well.
All right. Well, I have to do mine, so I'm not out of the woods yet. So I'm going to...
Oh, you gotta go across the river into the swamp.
I can't go across the river into the swamp because the swamp only units in skirmish order can do that. These guys are not. They're in line. So I could retreat there.
No, because you're not retreating any further away from the attacking units by going there.
Well,
As one of the attackers was that
I would
square
think the
right.
retreats always has to be away from your enemy.
Yeah, I mean that's why I'm saying here I would go here there. So I'll make it a morale check for Bellegarde. 42, they pass. He's then going to go there, and those guys, he's got to make another morale check, and he passes again.
Okay, but you got to make morale
And
checks.
these
for the
guys will make a morale check, and they pass.
And then how about the other guys that he went through? You didn't.
The
for
artillery.
The artillery. So only one of the units needs to make a morale check. So we'll just go with the top one, and they pass.
Okay.
So these guys actually need to go back.
Oh, that was.
Okay.
All right.
Now you've got a morale check to make.
Yeah, for the disordered guys.
Mhm.
Minus 3.
Mm.
Ooh, nope, they're out of there. Oops. And then they have to go the rest of their movement, right? So another 4.
Yeah, they would go.
How do you rotate them through? Arrow key?
Yeah, so you can just like lasso the stack and then press the arrow key, and you can move stuff up and down from top to bottom. Just kind of cycle through. Yep.
It's moving my map. Oh, somebody else did it then.
Oh,
The
I
map
didn't.
is moving. Okay. All right. Those guys are there. And we don't have anybody else. So.
Nope, everybody seems to have recovered from their general unhappiness.
Yep. All right.
Cool. All right, so it's time for the Austrians to do their thing. Let's see here. Do we want to do some charges? Well, let's take a look. Albert, did you have any charges this turn?
I would. Unless I support you on some, I'm not.
No,
I'm not going
I'll
to.
pass for the moment. Okay, cool. We can go to movement then.
All right. Ready to start?
Yeah, I mean, if you and David want to go to a separate room, so
Yeah,
you
we
guys
go up
can
the
kind of,
lobby.
yeah. All right, Robert, let's start down here. So this chap will move there. That's going to be
Hold on a second.
5.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm down here, down in the swamps.
Nice. Okay.
Swamps of Dagobah. And let's see, this guy is going to go here and there. All right, what shall I do here? Okay, those guys don't have much left. Got a lot of people that are beaten up. A lot of people that are beaten up. Time to send some fresh troops in.
Yeah, you got a few of those.
I know. Just will they last long enough? All right, let's see here. We're going to push this guy forward. And then we will push yeah, we'll push this guy forward too. We'll push them both forward. All right. We'll move one battery forward, then this guy can go 1, 2, and then into the space there. And then this guy can move forward.
I can shoot at those guys when they go into the garden because they had to go through my
Who did?
suspended.
Nope. This guy, he went from there to there to there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can,
So he almost, but not quite. Soon enough, you'll have your turn. Let's see. 2, 3, 4. Okay, this guy's going to come down here. This guy's just going to contract into 1 hex. Let's see. We'll push these guns forward here. This guy is going to turn and move here. Let's see, these poor guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, we'll move them over that way. We'll push that forward. We'll move that there. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they'll unlimber. Oh, there's a bunch of guns there, aren't there? Well, we'll flip one of them. All right, we'll keep that there. All right, those guys. That's the 17th. There's the rest of the 17th. Okay, we'll move the 34th off this way. One, 2, 3. All right, this guy's finally going to come out of road. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Where are you moving from?
I'm moving some cavalry that had routed north of Hirschstatten.
Oh, that's 16, 14?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And these guys can go 1, 2, 3. Just pull them back. They're no good. No good for anything. All right. Do I have a leader? Oh, he's actually good. I'll put him with the guy that's disordered. Maybe he can make him happy. All right, those poor guys. Okay, I think that's about as good as I can do for the moment, which is not saying much. Okay, time for defensive fire, Mr. Bond.
Alrighty, let's see. In there. Okay, so we'll have these 2 hexes fire on these guys.
Okay,
Sure what.
so you've probably got a 1-to-1 shot there. I think the garden is defensive 10.
But let's see what these brilliant guys are worth. They're only worth.
They're worth
5.
5. The other guy's probably worth 6. So you've
up
got
to 10.
11 to 10.
So we got a 1-to-1 there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, that's a hit.
65, and that's a leader casualty too.
Oh my gosh, we finally dropped a leader.
You did.
Belgrade.
Okay, so let's roll for him. You go ahead and roll. See what happens.
No. You go
Okay,
ahead.
I'll roll. A 5.
Oh, he's
nothing. I have to
captured.
roll again. No, if it's a fire hit, he's not captured.
Oh,
it's just
right.
a roll again. A 6.
Oh,
flesh
he's
wound.
dead.
Nothing happens.
No, I know. You should have rolled a 1.
I know. It would have been great. All right.
You have to make them round.
I do have to make a route check for the unit. Hang on. 41. They pass.
Okay, so Napoleon fire on these guys.
Okay, so you're going to have 28 to 10. So you're going to have a 2.5 to 1, shifted to 3 to 1 for canister.
The plus 9.
Mm-hmm. 44. It's going to become a 50 something, 56. What did we say it was?
44, 54, plus another 3. 55, 56, 61.
61. So, and that's going to be a 4 to 1, so that's 2 hits.
Okay. Peel off some of those guys. Oh, actually, it'd be, plus 1 more even.
Not anymore. All right, let's roll for them. They're happy.
Gosh, you're rolling so well for your morale. All right. There are less of them, but... All right. And then these guys... Only the artillery can fire, the infantry can't.
When you're in the town...
In general order, only the artillery can fire?
Well, whoever's on top can fire. So if
That's
you want to
okay.
put the infantry on top, I'm happy with that.
No.
Then only the infantry can fire.
I'm not too happy about
Okay.
that. Okay. So, you're half dead? Okay.
Yep.
And that's a piece of artillery sitting there. The foot
That
artillery.
is a piece of artillery sitting there.
We'll go after the infantry. So we got 28 to 6.
28 to 9.
Oh, no, they're in line. 20
Yeah.
to 9. So that's 2.5 to 1, shifted to 3 to 1. Right? 9 times 3 is... Oh, no, 3 to 1, shifted to
It's going to be shifted to 4 to 1.
4 to 1 with a +6.
Yep.
Oh,
14. That's a single
One.
hit.
Do they have to make a morale check?
They do have to make a morale check. Here we go. 43 is going to be with a -3. Let's see what their morale is. Nope, they're fine.
They like it.
Indeed. Gluttons for
Okay.
punishment.
All right, and then we'll have this artillery and this artillery combined.
Okay.
So that's
So
10,
you've got 28 to 9.
3 to
So you got
1,
3 to 1 shifted to 4 to 1.
4 to 1 with a +2.
2 for Bertrand.
4 to 1 with a +2. Oh,
That
That's
is a single
one
hit.
hit. That's not enough for a.
Okay, and a
Morale
morale check for them. Yeah, because they check on odd losses. The Hungarians check on even losses. So we make a morale check with a +3, and they pass.
So all I do is roll in with the ones in the front, and you get all the good rolls. Not
Well,
fair.
we're not done yet, so.
To me, it's
All right,
totally
let's start down
biased.
here south of. Let's down here south of Aspern.
Mhm.
So I've got these guys. They are at a range of 2. They'll fire on this hex here. So that's going to be 15 to 12. It's a 1-to-1 shot. And that's a miss. And then these guys will fire here at a range of 2. That's going to be 40 to 12. 3 to 1 with a plus. That's a
Now
miss.